Let's give it up to both teams as they make their way to the bench. Welcome to the third Rare Air Challenge, Air Force Invitational. This tournament is in recognition of those who have served our country and made the ultimate sacrifice or were injured protecting our freedoms. Our water polo family is small across the country, and it's even smaller here at the Academy. But nothing is more connected to the tradition of the long blue line that these cadets will join when they leave the Academy and join the best Air Force in the world. We would like to take a moment to recognize one of these special individuals. Derek Angel was a 2001 graduate of the Academy. He was a four-year letter winner. He was a four-year letter winner for the Falcons from 1997 to 2000. He earned all WWPA honors his senior year. Upon graduating, Derek became a Special Tactics Officer assigned to the 23rd Special Tactics Squadron in Herbert Field, Florida. While serving his country, Derek made the ultimate sacrifice on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2005, when his aircraft crashed during a mission in Iraq. He was awarded the Bronze Star for heroic achievement. We have an annual award for the player that truly represents the qualities of Derek Angel: team first, perseverance, pride, and leads by example. Never forgive is the motto, and there is no higher honor to receive this award. Gentlemen, thank you for your service and all you do. Good luck to the athletes around this weekend.
Getting ready to start period number 2 here at the Cadet Natatorium. The opener of the Rare Air Classic as Air Force gets things started against Iona University. Some quickie stats. A.J. Kuipers with 4 saves on the game so far. He now has 101 on the season. That's number 1 in the country. Grant Snyder, what a surprise. He has a goal, and he continues to lead the nation in scoring going into this weekend, obviously. And Mike, as we kind of look at how this game is being played, obviously AJ playing another solid game in the goal. I think it'd be pretty safe to say that maybe the intensity maybe ratcheted down a little bit after last night's dramatic win, but still the Falcons with a 3-goal lead as they got the first 4 to open the match.
Yeah, hard to be able to compete in that same intensity. They were pumping up the Navy game in a big way. That's a huge game for both of those teams. So expect to see the intensity a little bit lower here, but also a good opportunity for more of the folks from the Air Force roster to get a chance to play.
Absolutely. So here go the Falcons into the pool, awaiting the arrival of the Gales of Iona University. 2-6 coming in today's match. Of course, the Falcons, by virtue of their win last night over Navy, they are now 8-3.
It'll be number 10, Cole Copperwood, number 4, Ian Christie, number 6, Sam Delacruz, number 15, Kaido Ham, number 9, Jackson Carter, and on the sprint, number 2, Grant Snyder. So starters back in for Air Force.
Here we go with period number 2. Ball in the water, and it will go to Air Force.
Number 2 for Air Force, Grant Schneider with the sprint.
As we mentioned last night, and will continue to do so, every time Grant scores and wins a sprint, he keeps moving up the career ladder. He's among the top, getting very close, not very close, but he's up in the top 5, if my memory serves me well, as far as sprint victories. Mike Miller leading in that department for Air Force as far as career victories, sprint wins. Here comes Iona University trying to cut this thing in half, Mike, as they go to the right side.
Yeah, they got that ball for an offensive turnover from inside, and they'll look to try to get their man in the middle. But AJ there.
Yep. That ball shall not pass, according to A.J. Kuipers. That's not breaking my planes. So here's a nice pass down pool. That was to Copperwood, a shot and a score, and Air Force leads it by the score of 5-1.
It's number 6, Sam Delacruz, the center in the middle. Again, on another counterattack opportunity. Exclusion in transition for Air Force. AJ getting the ball out quickly to number 10, Cole Copperwood. Cole recognized an open man in the center, and Air Force puts it away.
And for Sam De La Cruz, that will be his 6th goal of the 2022 campaign. And it gives the Falcons a 5-1 lead. And again, like last night, Mike, balanced scoring. They've had 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 different players score for Air Force.
And a steal here by Air Force, number 2, Grant Snyder.
Might have a 2-on-1.
Top in that category again last night, too.
Pick it up and fire, Grant. Like that.
Single pump fake, moves it around the player, gets the goalie out of position. That's a 100% score every time.
That was pretty much a one-on-one. I mean, they had the fast break going. Grant had the look. He said, okay, bang, boom, that's it. 6-1 in favor now of Air Force as we're in the second quarter. 2 goals for Grant on the day. Substitutions coming in now for the Gales. St. Francis of Brooklyn will be the next opponent tonight at 6 o'clock. Hope you can join us here on Falcon Vision. Here's a shot down to the far left side. The number 1 spot, if you will.
Yeah, man was open there. Little late on the pass, but wide open on the post. Get covered up by Air Force. Oh.
There's that man again.
Oh, nice tip, field block by number 10, Cole Copperwood. Made it easy for AJ to get that one.
Well, I guess it'd be safe to say the defense hasn't changed too terribly much. They played brilliant defense against Navy last night and showing some of that again today. They They save some in the tank, Mike. Backhander, no.
Yeah, a little far out on that one. Couldn't get quite the leverage, and then a field block by Iona.
Iona trying to get something going. They trailed by the score of 61. Would like to make a little bit of a run, but again, this Air Force defense, and I think Ryan Brown talked about it with us, Mike, in the post game last night. We stress defense, and you're seeing that again today.
Number 10, Cole Copperwood excluded here, so Iona will get another power play opportunity. They haven't been very successful on their power play thus far. They've had 3 opportunities, and they're 0 for 3.
Trying to see if they're going to go down low. There's a shot. It's high, and again, they're unsuccessful, Mike.
Yeah, field block there from number 2, Grant Snyder. That's 0 for 4 so far from them. That's what you want to see, strong defense on the power play, and then obviously on the other side, maximizing your opportunities for an extra man offense.
I'm going to tell you something right now. The last 2 games, we have seen some tremendous field blocks by the Falcons. Chris are trying to draw the foul.
Inside.
They go down low. There's a shot and a score.
Great work by number 8, Jacob Yee there. Get inside water. Gets the assist passed in from number 4, Ian Christie. Puts it back of the net.
3-goal run now for Air Force as they lead it by the score of 7-1. You see the time remaining before the intermission. And looks like the Gales will do some wholesale substitution. And I believe Air Force will probably do the same.
Yeah, so far, Air Force successful on gaining inside water movement around, and the Gale defense just not able to keep up.
Ryan Brown in his 5th year as head coach here at the United States Air Force Academy. Gales would like to try to make some kind of a rally. That ball's a little bit too far. And A.J. Kuipers will say, I'll get this party started. So let's see where he'll go on the pass, if he'll go long. And he does indeed. Here he goes.
Ball to number 13, Larson McCarroll now looking for the backdoor pass to Jacob Yee. Didn't materialize, so he goes inside here. Number 18, Colin Chase, draws exclusion. Nice job. So we had a double post with number 13 and number 18.
Christie up to Snyder. Left side, back to Snyder. Tipped right into the arms of the goalie.
Now, power play opportunity there, trying to get that ball into the post. Your highest percentage shot, just didn't have enough on it there to be successful.
7-1 our score here in the second period of play, opening of the Rare Air Classic. And there's a wind and a shot, knocked away by A.J. Kuipers.
That's a 7 save for A.J. in this contest thus far. Most of these shots having to come from outside as the Air Force defense really kind of smothering.
Well, we talked about A.J. leading the nation in saves, and you're seeing an example of that today. Those of you that haven't had a chance to see him play yet, you're seeing the #1 leader in the country in saves, and A.J. Kuipers 104. Here's a long pass, a little too long. Coming out to get it will be the goalie. And they seem to say this, to think that they had a man open, and they did out on that right side. Trying to set up on the #1. Down low they go. Ball knocked away.
Exclusion on number 4, Ian Christie, but good job by Air Force on covering down. That was a 3-on-2. Iona with an opportunity, but Air Force gets down in time.
Jeffrey Orman along with Mike Kuipers here at the Cadet Natatorium here at the United States Air Force Academy. Second of a 12-game homestand for the Falcons. Time, and there's a shot and a score.
And again, off the post there, that's where you want to get the ball on a 6-on-5. Get a lot of opportunities in front of the cage. The Gales successful on that one, Jeff.
5 players now coming in for Iona University. Falcons winning their 8th game of the year last night against the Naval Academy in sudden death overtime. And I believe you can get that game on YouTube for those of you that didn't have a chance to see it in person, or for somebody who has never seen water polo before and say, what's this game all about? Dial that one up.
Yes, stand by. That's 2 hours in length, Jeff.
That's okay.
Yeah, we were on the edge of our seat or the railing here.
Yes,
for sure.
we were.
That whole game.
But it's time to move forward. A lot of water polo to play. And Christie in the pool. Larson McCarroll in there. Throw off to the right side.
Jackson looking inside. Inside water, gets it into number 2, Grant Snyder, draws the exclusion. Power play for Air Force.
See how the Falcons will be wheeling and dealing as they move into the wing position. There's Jackson Carter with the ball off to the left side. Shot blocked. Air Force gets it back. And there's a shot and a score.
And as Iona pulls even, it's number 4, Ian Christie, from up top back into the corner. Jacob E, number 8, with an initial shot, field block, with time expiring on that power play.
That's
Ian takes advantage of it.
Beg your pardon, Eden's 28th goal of the 2022 campaign, leads the country in assists. 8-2 now in favor of the Falcons with 1:50 left to go before the intermission. I think we have everybody at full strength, waiting for a late minute entry by the Gales, and here we go. 1:47 left to play in the second quarter. Trying to penetrate inside. Knocked away by Air Force. May have an exclusion. Are we going to get one? Yes, we are. And it looks like it's going to be called on Air Force.
And on number 10, Cole Copperwood batted the ball away after a foul was already called. Didn't hear it, most likely, because his head was underwater. But a power play anyway by Iona.
Iona with a power play opportunity. There's a shot. Field block. Comes right back to the Gales.
Field block by number 4, Ian Christie.
Another block.
Field block.
Oh. Well, folks, you're getting a good look at this Air Force defense, Mike, and I'm telling you, we saw a lot of that last night, and then apparently they said, you know what, I think we have a few of those left, and they brought it here against Iona. 8-2 the score. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. 1:01 left to go before the intermission. There's a shot. It's going to go to the wide of the cage. Iona gets it back, so they'll reload and try again.
Yeah, redirect by AJ there, right in front of him. Skip, be able to put it outside. Now another field block here, or almost a steal by number 8, Jacob Yee. Iona recovers.
Defense, defense. Gales trying to find a way to solve that Air Force D. 8-2, there's a shot right into the chest of Kuipers, and the follow shot is in and good.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate there. Nice block by AJ off the shot from the outside, but secondary effort, man right in front of the cage, and ball handed right to him. That'll make it 8-4. Iona cuts the lead in half.
Vlasic will be credited with that one.
Yeah, expected to see some goals from him, the big center man for Iona. So no surprise there. Another inside water. Oh,
that one's going to go wide. 24 seconds.
Iona's going to be up on this as number 5, Jake Dixon.
They would like to cut this thing in half. It's 8-3. They made a correction on the scoreboard. 10 seconds left to go, and Air Force has it. Oh, they might have a one-on-one here.
Yeah, Jake Dixon was hurt.
And skip shot is no good. Long rebound. We have somebody injured, but the half will expire.
Yeah, Jake Dixon holding his side right now. He got kicked on that last offensive possession by Iona. That's why he was slow to get back.
Yeah, and he's showing it as he comes to the side of the pool here. So we'll hope he'll be, yeah, he is wincing. He got a bit of a shot. All right, it's 8-3 as we go to the intermission. Falcons lead it over the Gales of Iola University. You are watching Air Force Water Polo on Falcon Vision. Halftime here at the Cadet Natatorium as the Falcons lead Iona University Gales by the score of 8-3. And Mike Kuipers, the story of the first half, it's been defense.
Absolutely, Jeff. This is the hallmark of the Air Force team. You see great play in goal by number 1, A.J. Kuipers. 9 saves thus far in the first 2 periods. But not just in the cage, also in the field. Several different players field blocking. and Iona just not able to operate their defense off the offense off the stifling pressure from the Air Force defense.
Getting ready to start the second half of play, and we'll have that for you when we return in just a moment. 8-3, and Air Force on top of Iona University, and we're just about ready to start the second half of play. Now all we need is the Falcons now come out of their dressing room area just to the right of us. Iona assembling around their coach, Coach Kelly. Obviously some adjustments made. We'll get everybody in the pool and get ready to start the second half of play on day number 1 of the Rare Air Classic.
We finished that first half there with an injury to number 5, Jake Dixon, sitting on the bench now. He's been seen by the trainer. He got kicked on a offensive turnover, hoping that he's going to be okay. But in the pool for Air Force, number 2, Grant Snyder, number 9, Jackson Carter, number 8, Jacob E., 15, Kaido Ham, number 4, Ian Christie, looks like he's going to take the sprint. It'll be number 6, Sam Delacruz playing set, and AJ in the cage again this third period.
We mentioned 9 saves for him in the first half. Again, story has been defense, waiting for the Gales to hit the pool. There they go. Here we go with the second half sprint. And this one will go to the Gales. They brought a nice crowd on hand. Coming in from the Big Apple. And here we go. Doesn't look like too many changes in the pool for the Gales. Have our whistle and drew the foul, and now the Gales still in possession. Just underway here in period number 3 with Air Force leading it by the score of 8-3. Shot and
Lester Machado, number 2, their third top scorer for Iona in the pool. They've got number 3, Mohamed Rafid, on the other side, and their big man, number 9, Luke Vlasic in center.
Here come the Falcons on the counterattack in the corner, and it's now a 9-3 game.
Yeah, nice shot by number 15, Kaido Ham. Low skip. Goalie had a hand on it, but
that's Kaido's second of the game.
Yeah, it was nice to see yesterday, Jeff, the number of players who had 3 goals and more. 4 players. Colin Chase, Ian Christie, Grant Snyder, and Cole Copperwood.
You know, my coaches are never happy, but if you have balanced scoring and a good defense, what can you say, right?
Absolutely, and that's what we have right here is another steal by Air Force. Number Kaido Ham is going to take it by himself.
Looks like a one-on-one possibility and a score.
So great 2-goal swing there for number 15, Kaido Ham. Goal, coming back on defense, steal, goal on the other end. That's a hat trick for number 15 now.
Yes, sir, it is. He scored the first one of the match. And Kaido's saying, hey, guys, what about me? Kaido Ham, he is a third classman out of Fountain Valley, California. It's nice to see a lot of these underclassmen stepping up. We've talked so much about Grant Snyder, but you know, Kaido making his presence felt. We've talked a lot about Ian Christie.
Yeah, just 4 seniors on this Air Force squad right now, and a lot of the starters being made up by sophomore and freshmen.
7 seconds left on the shot clock, and this one's going to go wide and knocked out of bounds. But Kaido Ham, boy, I'll tell you what, this has been his period, hasn't it?
Yeah, so far off to a good start here.
2 goals, nice defensive effort, knocking the ball away. Air Force moving from right to left, blocked. Nice play there by the Gales, and they'll try to get something rolling right now.
Yeah, good block by the goalie. Number 4, Ian Christie on the pass play inside, and number 6, Sam Delacruz. Sam, only shot really put it on the water. Goalie there.
Falcons led 8-3 at the half. 2-0 start here in the second half. Air Force with an opportunity here. They've got an open look. The shot And it's blocked. Nice play in the net.
Yeah, that was a save off a bad defensive move. That was actually 2-on-3. Air Force had just 2 players and 3 defensive men, but we still had Jackson Carter open, so never want to see that happen.
Okay. And they counter. Luke Vlasic.
There's the big center man again on a backdoor pass from the outside. After that broken play on the counter on the Air Force side, people scattered around the cage, just couldn't get down on defense. Iona converts off a backdoor.
Vlasic with his second goal of the match. Matter of fact, the last 2 goals by the Gales have been scored by him. 10-4 in favor of Air Force with 5:22 left to play here in period number 3. Jeffrey Harmon and Mike Kuipers with you here at the Cadet Natatorium at the United States Air Force Academy. Here's a shot, and nice play by Laufenberg in the pipe.
A pass from number 7, David Brown, across to Jacob Yee.
And a turnover going to the Gales. I think what they need right now is a run. Out comes A.J. Kuipers from the net.
A steal by A.J. recognizing that long pass. Comes out. Air Force ball. Now gets it to Grant, who's inside.
Here we go. They have a chance here. And a skip shot. It gets past Laufenberg for the score.
That's so often how these scores occur. Long pass, turnover, and a man open. Assist pass by number 1, A.J. Kuipers to Grant Snyder, who pulls inside water, and that'll be 3 for Grant Snyder, right, Jeff?
Let's see. As he tries to communicate off mic. Yes, that is correct. He has a hat trick. Looks like they want to pass it off to the right side.
Foul called there.
Gales need a run, and they won't get it that way. As that one
lob
went
attempt
wide.
there. Goes wide of the cage.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how, and I think you mentioned this at the top of the show, Mike, that nice knockaway by the Gales. I think you mentioned at the top of the show we're going to see how this thing plays out. The Falcons leading 11-4 and might start pulling some people and getting some fresh, well, I would say fresh legs, but you know, getting some people in there and give them a little bit of PT right now, a little playing time.
Yep, Air Force in control of this game from the start. Exclusion called here on number 8, Jacob Yee. Another power play opportunity for Iona, who hasn't done a very good job here. Both teams with about 5 or 6 opportunities. Air Force converting on 2 of those.
Punched out.
Shot from the outside, blocked by AJ.
I love AJ. He shakes his head like, you know, you're not going to do that. And this one is a follow shot from in close, and they score.
And there's one for the Gales. Ball inside to the post on a redirect by number 11. Gets it past the outstretched arms. That'll make it 11-5, 3:30 left to play in third period here.
Edward Hamanik, and I hope I pronounced that name correctly for those of you who might be watching this match back home in New York City. The Iona University Gales 11-5. Falcons with a 11-2 series advantage over this team. Again, pressure. Going up top. Just don't want to get careless at this point, Mike. You just want to run the offense. 5 seconds left to go. They're going to have to do something with it. And turnover will go to the Gale.
Number 3, Dylan Sinclair, looking for a pass across, but Iona doing a good job on defense there. Didn't have anybody to pass it to, so ball gets turned over. Air Force uses their whole offensive clock.
2:45 left to go in period number 3. And somebody got pulled on. That means an exclusion. Watching the official here to just below us here.
That's number 8, Jacob Yee, called on the exclusion, holding his man under.
Well, again, Mike, the Gales having an opportunity on a 6 and 5, but you've mentioned they just haven't been able to convert.
Yeah, that last one off the post. I expect this is going to go into number 9 right there. Nope. Shot outside from number 3.
That was Mohamed Rafat who tried that one. He kind of looked up towards the heavens after AJ punched it away. They'll get it back. Falcons have been pretty much in control of this match the entire time. Shot wide right. Lucas Vlasic was going for the hat trick, and that's not going to happen. I'm just wondering, Mike, how much the altitude might start to be affecting the Gales. They look like they're going in slow motion to me. What do you think?
Yeah, this is definitely an advantage for Air Force at 7,400 feet.
And a shot and a score.
Yeah, that's the first score for number 7, David Brown. Quick recognition by number 3, Dylan Sinclair. Off the exclusion, pass inside right in the post. David there in front of the cage, and he gets his first score for the weekend.
Let's see how we have David. I think David Brown, that is goal number 3 on the 2022 campaign. So he gets his name in the scoring book.
Now David Brown, sophomore from Chula Vista, California.
1 minute and 48 seconds left to play here in period number 3, opening of the Rare Air Classic, and Air Force in control by the score of 12-5.
Number 15, Kaido Ham. Number 20, Bruce Kim, back in for Air Force alongside Dylan Sinclair and Jackson Carter, Colin Chase, and number 7, David Brown.
Here come the Gales. Tried to lower his head and drive on that one, I think. Pass off now to the right side. Try to go down low. Loose ball. And Kaido Ham gets an exclusion. So he'll sit in the red circle there. Doesn't seem to make any difference. It really doesn't. The Gales just have not been able to take advantage of the 6-on-5 power plays. And as I mentioned before, you can't help but wonder if the altitude is starting to affect. There's a shot, nothing there.
Yeah, Jeff, this is the first time that number 2, Grant Snyder's not been in the pool. As we see number 12, Thomas Newell, come in for the first time, freshman from Denver, Colorado, right here.
Well, you know, I think Grant deserves a rest, don't you? I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm just wondering how long they're going to keep AJ in there. Here's a shot, skip shot. Nope, a long rebound back to Air Force. They'll reload and try it again. 42 ticks of the clock. There's a shot. That's off the post.
Lefty
And
Bruce Kim looking really eager to take that shot. Goes wide, hits the post, and now a counter here for Iona.
Laufenberg tries the outlet pass. They fire, nothing there. 19 ticks of the clock before we end period number 3. Gales might get the last shot of the period here.
Yeah, it'll be off a power play.
Stolen away. And a timeout.
A timeout called by Ryan Brown with 6 seconds left. Maybe looking to set up a unique play.
Well, Bruce
Try
Kim making
something
a nice
out.
play. All right, so we'll just keep it here as we all have all of 6 seconds, so we'll maintain, as it were. And see what Ryan has to say to the troops as they are assembling right below us here. Let's see what kind of changes will be made. Obviously Trying to set up some, as you suggested, Mike, maybe a shot with 6 seconds left to go.
Air Force in a little bit of foul trouble in that last period. 2 exclusions on number 3, Dylan Sinclair, on number 8, Jacob E., and number 10, Cole Copperwood.
Well, of course, at the conclusion of this game, we will have our post-game show, a discussion with Ryan Brown, the head coach of the United States Air Force Academy. Plus, we'll also have a player or two visiting us here at the conclusion of the game. Obviously, I think AJ would be the prime candidate. But, Mike, you know, after what he said last night, I think AJ would defer to a teammate. And I think I've got the guy that would be a good candidate. I think, you know, you heard Grant Snyder last night, and you heard AJ Kuipers say they deflected it. I mean, they said, yeah, it was a nice game, but they deflected credit, and they certainly had a lot of love for Colin Chase, the freshman. And I think right now, if I had to pick a player of the game, I think AJ would be my top candidate. But Mike, I think he would defer and say, no, give it to one of my teammates, and I think we will. I think we'll do that.
Yeah, plenty of good play here by Air Force, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. The offense spread around, and Coach Brown will utilize this opportunity to try that 7-on-6 again.
Gonna have to hurry, and it's knocked away, and that's how we'll close out period number 3. Air Force rolling 12-5 over Iona University. You're watching Air Force Water Polo on Falcon Vision. AJ Kuipers, who had a strong game, now being replaced by Lucas Smith, a freshman, 6'4", 185 out of Redlands, California. During the break, Mike, we talked about something that's relatively new to the sport of water polo, at least this year, is the changing of the caps, and I'll have you explain that.
Yeah, you saw at the end of that last period there, we were wondering why Ryan Brown was going to call a timeout with 6 seconds left. So exercising the 7-on-6 opportunity. Last year, this rule came into play where the goalie could actually come past half tank and act as a field player. Oftentimes, in a situation where you'll have just a few seconds left, you're looking for an offensive score. You bring a field player in, have him put on the goalie cap, and then it's a 7-on-6 on the other side. Of course, if you don't execute that, the other team gets the ball. There's an open cage waiting on the other end. So it's high risk, high reward.
12-5 is the score. Again, Lucas Smith now in the goal for Air Force. And AJ Kuipers comes out. He's going to get a nice ovation from the crowd, as he should.
It'll be number 20, Bruce Kim, on the sprint for Air Force. Next to him, number 17, Joey Schell, first-time play here in this tournament. Ian Christie in as well. Number 18, Colin Chase. 12, Thomas Newell. And Grant is back in the pool here for the fourth period. And as you mentioned, Jeff and Cage, number 1A, Luca Smith. Luca had a great 2 games in the Bruno Classic, by the way, in Providence, Rhode Island. Did very well, and Air Force is in good hands here as AJ's a senior, Luca coming in as a freshman.
Tough act to follow, though. Modesty aside, right? All right, let's see how Bruce Kim does in the sprint position as they head for the water. The ball is batted back, and it looks like the Gales will have possession. Final 8 minutes of the match between Air Force and Iona University. And turnover comes to Air Force.
Offensive foul called in the middle of the pool, so turnover. Ian Christie will take it down by himself, looking for a pass out.
Got to have some of that leadership out there. Some of the starters still in. Going down to Christie. Christie getting double teamed.
Draws an exclusion. Nice job by Ian there.
Well, here's a 6-5 opportunity for the Falcons. That could play into their hands a little bit. This is something as
Joey right in front of the cage.
And a shot.
Yes, goes in. Nice job, number 17, Joey Shell.
Joey Shell putting one in the basket for the Air Force Academy Falcons.
That's Joey's first goal of the 2022 season.
Welcome
nice to have
the
it
team.
at home.
Yeah, welcome to the team. All right, so here's a opportunity for the Gales. Grant's going to be excluded. They've had their opportunities on the 6-5, but it has not been in their favor. We're talking about the Gales of Iona University. 7:06 left to play in the first period, or rather in the final period.
That ball intended for the post play again to number 9, one of their key scorers, deflected out. And the Gales will have another 30-second opportunity here. And pull even. Air Force up 6-on-6 now. AJ with the steal.
And
actually,
here come the Falcons.
My mistake there, Jeff. I said AJ with the steal, but it's actually Luca Smith in the cage now.
Matt Kwan also in the pool for Air Force. I had a chance to mention his name. So I think we have, 2-3 freshmen in the pool right now. Shot is going to be blocked by Lautenberg. 12-5. Air Force on top. Kwan going down the pool. Looks like they got a 2-on-2 to the Gales. Can they finish?
5-meter penalty called.
Yep. And let's see who will take the shot here.
Will be number 7, Iona, Trip Bauman.
And that's in for a penalty shot.
And he goes with the fake lob shot. Most of the time on these 5-meter penalty shots, it'll be a hard shot to the corner on a skip, fakes a hard shot to the left, draws Luca Smith to that location, and just lobs it into the other side.
This is the exact same spot where Grant Snyder ended the Navy game last night.
Yeah, I know the Navy team not happy about that. A tough way to end what was a hard-fought battle back and forth. Credit to the Navy team having to see that end on a 5-meter penalty.
Get a foul here. Nothing like draping yourself over one of the Falcons there. So the Falcons getting a look at some of their first-year players. And Falcons comfortably on top, 13-6. 6:06 left to play in the match. This ball off the hands of one of the Falcons. They'll go digging for it on the left side of the pool. There has to be, and this shot is going to be a little bit high. Turnover goes to Iona.
And a offensive turnover, another opportunity for Air Force here.
Falcons' next game will be at 6 o'clock tonight. Mike Kuipers and I scheduled to have the broadcast for you at 6 p.m.
You know, you mentioned, Jeff, earlier that you think that this might be an all-freshman team. In fact, it is. Every person on Air Force right now, a freshman playing.
That's terrific. There's a shot and a score. If I heard the name correctly, let me check my roster.
So Iona adds one to their column, 13-7 now. 5:24 left to play in the fourth period. Air Force still in control.
All fourth classmen in there.
Number 11, Matthew Kwan, looking for a pass. Inside to number 18, Colin Chase. Hits it outside. Number 19, Ethan Smith.
And so the all-freshman team out there with 4:59 left to play. Now they want to get a fast break going, and there it is. They have a man open, could have a one-on-one opportunity. Nope, Air Force covering very nicely.
Iona coming inside now will be 3-on-3. Now 4-on-3.
They got to start firing. Just let it rip. Like right there. .438 left to play. James DeSalle getting credit for the goal for the Gales. 4:38. Let's see if the all fourth classman team is still out there, and I believe they are, Mike.
Number 17, Joey Shell, in for Air Force here.
Okay.
So one junior and all freshmen right now.
Well, I was going to say, if you're the Gales, do you yell 10 Hut and see what the fourth classmen will do in the pool? Will they come to attention? No, they won't.
Timeout called by Ryan Brown after that exclusion, so he'll want to talk to the Air Force players as they set up their 6-on-5.
4:21 left to go. And we will take a timeout as Air Force leads it by the score of 13-8. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Second half goals are all even at 5 apiece. Air Force leading it by the score of 13-8. Day one of the Rare Air Classic. As a greeting being exchanged between AJ and Mike. Yeah, we got this, Dad. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Air Force having the game in hand right now. Getting some good opportunities, some play time for some of the other players, gain experience. Lots of freshmen in the pool right now. I suspect that'll continue as long as it doesn't get too close. Air Force is going to continue to play this out.
I like the caps for Air Force. They've got the Air Force across the top. They really look nice. Yeah, I like those.
Those are new this year, and their away caps are really nicely designed as well. Yeah, American flag right over the top of that center panel.
Would you expect anything else? Absolutely not. All right, let's see how the Falcons will deploy here in the 4.5 minutes left remaining. Lucas Smith will still be in goal for the Air Force Academy Falcons. They go off to the left side. This is Matthew Kwan. And Falcons trying to run the offense. That pass is a little bit behind the man they were looking for, and that was Matthew Kwan. 15 seconds left to go. I think we have a timeout called by Iona University.
Yeah.
So, with 4 minutes left to go in the match, Air Force 13, the Gales 8. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. At the Cadet Natatorium, I'm Jeffrey Orman, along with Mike Kuipers. Mike, one thing we talked about the break, as they're making some substitutions now for Air Force. At one point, we had 4 freshmen and 1 junior. How big an adjustment for the 4th classmen here at the Air Force Academy?
Yeah, this is a huge jump up from high school play for most of these folks, maybe a little bit of time at the prep school, but the play at the high school level and the play at particularly the Division I level is infinitely faster. So quicker shots, much stronger defense. People who are playing know how to play the game, and so it takes a little bit of an adjustment to make that play comfortable.
Of course, the 4th classmen also have to deal with life on the hill. There's a ball that's knocked away. Lucas Smith. So Lucas Smith got his hand on the ball. That's got to make him feel good. And as you mentioned, he had a pretty good series out east, did he not?
He did, in fact.
All right, looks like we have an ejection or an exclusion, call it what you will.
That'll be number 10, Cole Copperroot, and I think that might be his last. Fight in the middle for the ball.
And they call a ball under?
No, I think
no, they just want to replace it now.
Call it timeout. Air Force ball.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of a toss-up, I think.
Well, I'm going to leave it to Brian German. Do we take a break? Do we keep it here? You tell me. All right, we got the word. So we tap dance, my friend.
No worries. Yeah, that scrum in the middle there, Ryan Brown recognizing as soon as Air Force had the opportunity to touch the ball, he called a timeout while they still had possession.
Well, we have an opportunity. Let's salute our Falcon Vision crew, Stephen Cohen, Tim Saratori, Brandon Idle, and our director, Brian German. And Mike, of course, a salute to you as well. Thank you for being a part of this. You came to watch a water polo match, and you wound up in the broadcast booth. How does that work? Well, we'd love to have you back for the 6 o'clock and as many games as you can go, my friend.
Well, it's been awesome, Jeff. I love doing this. Personally, I do it for the Parents Water Polo page. I've been broadcasting for about a decade here with my 3 kids in high school and club, and this is an awesome opportunity for me to be here. Love doing this, and special to do it with you, too.
Thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. One of these days, Mike, I've got to see what it's like to see a water polo match outside.
Yeah, totally.
We don't know that here.
Well, most of these players do. They're almost all from California.
Absolutely.
And they're so used to playing outside. It's different for them playing indoors.
You can bet on that. You better believe it. Man, if you got a player from Texas, is he considered a foreign player? I don't know, man. It's pretty much an East-West Coast type of game. All right, here we go. Back to action with 3:17 left to go, and the Falcons leading it by 5. As the Falcons try to get off to a, no pun intended, flying start here in the Rare Air Classic.
Bruce Kim, player behind him, looking for the exclusion. Gets an ordinary foul called. Now passes out. Back in, but a steal by Iona.
This is going to go over to the Gales. No shot, so shot clock expires. And so as we get down to the final 2:43, there's a lob and it didn't go. It's a little high.
Yeah, that ball inside to number 5 from Iona. Actually looked like he touched the ball with 2 hands before he took that shot. That was not seen by the referee. Of course, can't do that if you're a field player.
That is correct. They go down low. Another turnover to the Gales.
Yeah, that was a 2-meter violation.
Playing out the last 2:16 as you see the score. Falcons got off to a fast start. There's a tip in and a score. Justin Ginsburg, I think, will be called, not be called, but will be credited with the score.
Yeah, that pass from the outside on a redirect. Nice job by number 5, Justin Ginsburg.
Well, 2:11 left to play. And Ryan Brown just to our right saying patience.
Yeah, he's going to want to run the offense, use as much time as possible. 4-goal lead. This is still comfortable with 2 minutes left.
Well, it's great for the youngsters to get this kind of experience, Mike, because they're going to be asked to carry the load when this class of 23 graduates, and they're getting great experience.
Absolutely. That ball to Ethan Smith, number 19, now down to Thomas Newell. Up top to Matthew Kwan, excuse me.
Matthew in possession, 22 seconds left to go on the shot clock.
Another power play here for the freshman in the pool.
Let's
able
see.
to make it happen on the last time.
As you mentioned, the speed of this game, that one is knocked away by Lautenberg.
That shot again by number 17, Joey Shell from the post. The outside, not off the post.
Thought there was a block there, but anyway. Falcons have it. They'll get it.
A pass out to Bruce Kim, number 20. Open in the middle is Matthew Kwan.
Double team there.
About a ball undercalled.
And it'll go back to the Gales of Iona University.
And they call a timeout, Jeff.
1:17 left to play in the 4th and final period, so we'll take a break. You are watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. One minute and 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter of the opener of the Rare Air Classic. Air Force leads it by the score of 13-9. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Mike Kuipers, and Mike pretty much trying to run out the clock, and apparently head coach Ryan Brown had a few things to discuss during that last timeout.
Yeah, he's really trying to get the offense to be patient and to develop the play. Another adjustment those freshmen, oftentimes need to make is not to try to force a play, right?
All right, so here come the Falcons being aggressive on the defense. They might have a look inside, and looks like we'll have an exclusion. We will. Another 6-on-5 for the Gales, who could cut it to 3 with 1:02 left to go, and they do. For the record, I have the Gales with a 4-goal run. Wait a minute, they may have wiped that one off. Was that a 2-meter violation? Because they're holding it at 13-9.
Yeah, it should be 13-10.
Yeah,
They're
okay,
setting up here.
okay.
I think the shot clock, the game clock is off.
Was
for
a
the
skew.
scoreboard. No, that was a definite score.
I thought so. 4-goal run for the Gales as they try to make it a little bit more interesting with 55 ticks of the clock.
Lucas Smith's going to hold on to this, kind of force the full use of the time on the offensive clock.
Absolutely. Now the Gales trying to apply a little pressure, but no panic here. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They'll obviously take the dump. Ryan's still coaching over there.
Situational opportunity here, right? So you got less than a minute left. You're up by 3, trying to utilize all that time, helping them understand where they need to be in the pool.
The Falcons en route to winning their 10th straight home game here at the Natatorium. They're 21 seconds away from accomplishing that. Just throw it. Right at this point, there's a shot. Nice block. Lucas Smith. 8 seconds left to go. Falcons are going to win it. They will go 9-3, and they're just going to hold it, freeze it, and time will expire. Falcons win Game 1 of the Rare Air Classic by the score of 13-10 over Iona University. We will have our post game coming up. Ryan Brown will be chatting with us at the conclusion of the game. And I think, Mike, we're both in agreement that we're going with Kaito. Is that correct?
That's correct. Number 15, Kaito Ham. Great game today. 3 goals for him. Couple of great steals on defense as well.
That's all coming up next as the Falcons win it by the score of 13-10. You're watching Air Force Water Polo. This is Falcon Vision. Defense, defense, defense.
Defense is really key. Like, you can win a game by, outscoring a team, but if you're up and you just stop a team from scoring, then you're always going to win. So, yeah.
A nice combination, Mike.
Absolutely. Kaido, nice game on not just defense, but on the offensive side of the ball. Nice hat trick for you.
Yeah.
At one point in the game there in the third period, I think you had a 2-goal swing. You had the stop and then a steal, and you took it back the other way. Talk to me about the 3 goals in this game.
I didn't really do anything too crazy. It was more like the defense. The one where I stole it, that was a great defensive block, and I was the one that was able to get it. So overall, just good team cohesion, and there was no oh, that was me. That was the unit did really good together.
Well, congratulations on a job well done. You get a little bit of a break, 6 o'clock, and the Rare Air Classic will continue. Kaido Ham, congratulations on the victory today.
Thank you so much.
Kaido Ham, our player of the game here in the opening of the Rare Air Classic. I'm Jeffrey Orman along with Mike Kuipers. Our second game, as we mentioned, will be at 6 o'clock. Our special thanks to our Falcon Vision crew. And until we talk to you at 6 o'clock this evening from the Cadet Natatorium, we bid you a very pleasant good afternoon.